morning. So, Orlando Pirates are busy searching for a new coach following Josef Zinnbauer's resignation from the club. The German resigned yesterday afternoon, just 48 hours after his charges were stunned by Swallows FC in their MTN 8 quarter-final encounter. Now, for some reaction, we are joined by former Pirates midfielder Daine Klate. A very good morning to you, Daine. Always a pleasure talking to you. Let's talk a little bit about Josef Zinnbauer. First of all, was his departure a shock? And most importantly, was it the right decision?
Well, good morning to all the viewers. Yeah, a bit of a surprise for me. I would have thought that the process of the coach coming in and learning how the club operates, I thought this season they would push on maybe one better and try to compete with Sundowns a bit better. You know, that's what I was expecting. But, you know, be that as it may, it's a bit disappointing because I think football is a process. But whatever the reasons are, you know, we will never really know. And I think the club will probably just move on and find a new coach and hopefully things work out.
Yeah, speaking of finding a new coach, Daine, always, as soon as a coach leaves, there's a bunch of speculation about who will take over. We've already heard the names like Benny McCarthy, Mandla Negazi, and even Steve Kompela. So I want to ask you, who or what kind of person would be the right fit at Orlando Pirates? And does it matter at all if it's a local or international coach?
Look, I think Pirates is a club that's got a rich history and very good culture, you know. So probably someone that knows the club culturally and the dynamics that is within the club. But I'm sure the chairman will figure it out, you know. I think he's been in the game for long enough. Whatever coach he's going to bring, he's probably going to do his research like he always does. And Pirates, you know, but I don't know, but the names Benny McCarthy, Steve Kompela, I think those are very, very good coaches in their own right. You know, Benny doing fantastic at Tamazulu. I would honestly like to see him continue there for another season or so, just to see progression, you know, because I think they're playing Champions League. So I think that for Benny in itself should be motivation to probably hang on a little bit more with Tamazulu. And then in the not too distant future, obviously, I think someday or another Benny might end up at Orlando Pirates.
Yeah, I want to look back to that defeat over the weekend to Swallows FC. We know that Pirates did do some business in the transfer window. As football fans, we tend to get a little bit ahead of ourselves. The new DStv Premiership season hasn't started yet. So is it fair to look at that result as a sign of things to come?
Yeah, I wouldn't really say a sign of things to come. Like I'm saying, football is a big process. You know, one game, you can't really judge on one game, you know, and also that it is a pre-season. Most of the teams just come out of pre-season, so getting the minutes behind, getting the players to play 90 minutes and getting match fit is another issue. You know, so it's way too early to kind of predict. But yeah, I think Swallows have a good account of themselves again. But Pirates is more than capable. They're more than capable. It's just unfortunate the result didn't go their way. But I think they have a very, very good squad, a capable squad. You know, someone comes in, a little bit of patience, process, you know, instill whatever philosophies they want to instill in a winning mentality. So I think that's the biggest thing. You know, whoever's going to come in must instill a winning mentality and make the players realize that how important it is to play for the bad.
Daine, it's also really important to remember, I think many people forget, that Pirates finished third, actually, in the last season of the league competition. So, having said that, that's hardly a dismal performance. So, what do you think they need to improve on? What do they need to fine-tune heading into the new league season?
Look, I think firstly, you know, if I go back to when I was at SuperSport and Orlando Pirates competing with us for the league under Ruud Krol, you know, it took them 3 years. It took them 2 seasons to really build and compete for the league. In the third season, they won the league. You know, so it's about that patience and about the process of trying to just stay up there. I think they were there and there about last season. That's why I'm saying, you know, it's a bit disappointing to see the coach leave because I thought they were onto something and there was a way of doing things. You know, the players got used to the coach got used to the players, the coach got used to the league. So, you know, like I'm saying, it's a bit of a surprise for me. But yeah, it's a very, very fickle job, this coaching.
Yeah, it absolutely is a fickle job. Best way to put it. Thank you so much, Daine, for giving us that insight as we look ahead to the new season that begins this weekend. That was former Buccaneers midfielder Daine Klate on all things Orlando Pirates.